In the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna give you an inside look to the inside secrets that only the top 0.1% of fitness experts and doctors know about transforming your body and getting your body into the best physical condition. These are secrets that are going to enable you to transform your body at 10x. Yes, 1,000% increase in results in terms of what most people, of what the average exerciser gets. You ready? Everybody knows that when you are unfit, out of shape, you have less strength, less muscle, less endurance, and you're overall doing less exercise, you don't feel as good, you don't feel as good about yourself, and you get injured more easily. I'm sure you can agree. That's what every fitness program, fitness guru, and gym will talk to you about, doing more exercise or their exercises so that you can get one or more of three results. You can improve the way you look, the way you feel, or your performance. But there's a huge problem when you look at this line of thinking and you look at all fitness programs and what pretty much everybody is going to preach to you. And that is, it's as if exercise only produced positive results. And all you have to do is show up and do your exercise and you'll look like these people. Well, since my mother taught me not to lie, I have to tell you the truth, which many fitness professionals either don't know or they just look the other way because they don't have a qualified solution to solve this huge problem for you. That huge problem is when you take the best intention actions for health and fitness, you're not going to get just positive effects. You're going to get negative effects from your fitness quest also. What type of negative effects and what are negative fitness effects? Likely you've never heard of this before. So let me explain. So when you go and you exercise, I'm sure you can relate that you've done exercise sessions where afterward your shoulder hurts or your ankle or your knee or your back or your hip. Different things hurt. Different things become more stiff. You actually go to get fit and then you feel some form of dysfunction or pain after the exercise. But it's not just creating more pain or stiffness or dysfunction from your exercise. It's actually worsening of issues that you already have. Right? And how common is this? Well, 60 to 85% of people at some point in their life are going to have some serious level of lower back pain for a prolonged period of time. That is a proven fact from huge population studies. And the number for, if we start looking at shoulders and knee and ankles include all body segments, this number is like 98% that you've had these issues, not necessarily from exercise, but you have these issues. So now you're carrying these issues, these negative effects in the body into exercise, which is what? And exercise is a stress. So what is the likelihood that you're gonna get additional pain, dysfunction, stiffness from exercise? It's really, really high. And that doesn't end the negative effects. What kind of other negative effects are there? Well, if your exercise plan isn't perfectly matched to you, then what happens is it can disrupt your sleep patterns. If you do too intensive resistance training for you, you can actually build scar tissue in the muscle instead of healthy tissue that makes your body stronger. Actually, it recovers with scar tissue. Another thing is like from doing aerobic exercise, there's a lot of oxidation. What is oxidation? In simple terms, oxidation is like, you know when you take a bite out of an apple and then you like set it on the counter and it turns brown? That same type of thing actually happens on the inside of your body from doing exercise. Yes, our body has ways to cope with these things, but not done in the perfect balance for you, you can get negative effects from that, and then that can cause you to get sick easier. And so all those things together expose you to more health risks while trying to have this quest for fitness. Let me help you further really understand and conceptualize how big of a deal this is, right? Because you might be thinking, like, okay, yeah, people don't really know what they're doing and their form is off in exercise, so they end up hurting themselves. Well, let's look at that. Let's take some, like, the best athletes in the world. How about the NFL, right? These guys are physical specimens with some of the best physical therapists and trainers on staff constantly for them. When we look at injuries in the NFL, what percentage of injuries in the NFL do you think are non-contact? So the injuries happening without contact, right? NFL, rough, tough, brutal sport. These guys are hitting each other. Very likely, you would think that they're going to get injured a lot from impact. Most people guess 5%, 10%, up to, I've heard up to 20% is most people's guess. but the actual answer is 67%. So of all the injuries in rough, tough NFL sport, 67% are non-contact. They're not even getting hit and they're getting injured. These are the greatest athletes in the world. Why is that? How are these injury rates so high, and how are you going to overcome that and get like amazing fitness results while getting rid of all the negative results? What percentage do you think for you, very likely a person over the age of 35, what do you think the likelihood is for you to get injured from your exercise program? It's actually 87%. 87% of people get injured from their fitness program, something they're following online, going to a group class, and even with trainers. In total, it's about 87%. They even have studies showing working with professional trainers having up to 73% in high intensity training of injuries. 73% of people get injured during the course of like 3-month training plan. That is ridiculous, right? These negative effects from exercise are such a big deal that 80% of the people who are taking action, doing exercise, they actually don't really improve themselves, or they even quit because of the negative effects of exercise. They're either getting hurt, or it's too difficult, or it takes too much time. There's a million reasons why, but there's stronger negative effects than there are positive effects for 80% of the exercisers. So how do you overcome all of that and optimize your positive results? A 10x versus what everybody else in fitness is doing. How can you get a 10x result? The way you can do that is by doing 5 things. And those 5 things are evaluation, diagnosis, prescription, virtual training sessions, and continual fitness progress. Let me tell you how each one of those things will benefit you. So the first thing you want to do if you're going to get 10x results is you want to know your exact mechanical function of your body. You want to know where one muscle might be too tight, or where one muscle might be too weak, or in your hips, or whether it's in your back or your shoulder, wherever things are going wrong in your body, you need to know where those things are at. So what we do is we analyze the mechanical function, and all those things really have to do is mechanical function of your body. So we analyze the mechanical function of your body, and we also analyze the physiological function of your body, like how much energy you have, how used to exercise you are, and how fit you were as a kid, which has actually a lot to do with how fit you are as an adult, believe it or not. So there's all these many factors that we've figured out through literally 10,000 hours of research. We created an algorithm to evaluate clients among 27 different assessments. And then what we do in the diagnosis phase is we take your personal data and we run that through our algorithm, which determines here's ideal human function. This is ideal human, this is ideally how the shoulder should function, how much strength it should have, mobility, ranges of motion, all these things. And we compare your scores to ideal. Why? So that when we go into the third phase, prescription, we're matching exercise perfectly to your body. You're literally custom tailoring and re-engineering your body because you have an evaluation and a diagnosis that then enables us to write a prescription, an exercise prescription that realigns your body and matches your personal physiology. And when you do that, you don't have 87% injury rates and all these other negative results. You drastically decrease that. Now all those negative results are starting to go to positive. See where we're going with the 10x? So then what do you need? So if you have a prescription, you need to know how to do it. And the way you know how to do it is by having an expert that's super motivating, super caring about your personal progress, meet you in your own home, virtually, no driving to the gym, no negative effects from taking extra time, and coach you through everything from, of course, your exercise sessions and giving you specific plans on what to do for stretching and exercises even when you're not with them, motivate you movement by movement to perfectly realign and make sure you're doing the right amount of usage of different muscles groups in your workouts, and using certain therapeutic exercises to realign and reshape and re-strengthen and completely, literally re-engineer your body. That's what they're going to do with you in virtual sessions. And then the fifth step is you don't want to stay just doing the same thing all the time. You need to like change the phase, right? So in first phase, you might focus on alignment, aligning your body, making all your mechanics super healthy. In the second phase, you're focused on increasing your strength. In the third phase, increasing your muscular endurance and then your aerobic endurance, all the while making sure your mobility is really intact, really perfect for you to feel amazing and light on your feet. So that's how we keep you going continuously with this path. And then what we do is we recircle through those 5 elements, continually evaluating, diagnosing, prescribing, meeting with you in sessions, and then keeping you on this continual fitness progress. That's how our clients get 10x results. And most importantly, the reason why we're called the Fitness Doctor is because we deeply care about each and every one of our clients and helping you remove those negative effects, because we believe that if you want to take action and you want to improve your health and body, you should have a guaranteed plan to get amazing results and not have all those negative effects standing in your way.
I refer a lot of my patients to Fitness Doctor for several reasons. One of them is I know that when I refer people there, they're going to get the exercise that they need to actually correct their biomechanical dysfunctions. A lot of patients try to exercise on their own or use other trainers that don't know what they're doing, and they actually get more dysfunctional and more hurt. And I have to say, I'm a client of theirs too, and I've had amazing results, and I know how to exercise. So thank you to the Fitness Doctor.
And I can say that there are very few people who truly understand biomechanics the way that Robbie does. And the way that he is taking that and applying it to the science of fitness training is truly something that no one else does. That truly is revolutionary. And I can honestly say that because in my profession as physical therapy and in sports medicine, you would think that we are advanced, but that's very rare in our profession. And it's even rarer to find that actually in the fitness profession. So
I had the desire to compete in the World Championship again, which is the best competitors in the world. Professional athletes, they eat, sleep, train, that's all they do. I started to pursue this specific competition. I started working with the Fitness Doctor, and we had an amazing training schedule, training plan for it. Not just, of course, the strength and conditioning, but the dieting. I think the leanest that I've ever been in my life, feeling healthy, feeling super confident, and I was able to actually win the competition, which it really helped my confidence to be like, you know what, I can hang with those guys even though I'm 40.
Last year I was hiking quite a bit, and I was on this one particular hike, and we were running down the hill, and I hurt my hip. All of a sudden, I couldn't even walk the next day. I went to the chiropractor, I went to physical therapy, I tried everything. I did Rolfing. It went on and on and on. And then I went in for a visit at the Fitness Doctor, and all of a sudden within 2 visits, my hip felt better. I signed up for training, and twice a week I was getting trained, and we did all these micro movements and small movements to help fix my brokenness. And 6 months later, I can do things I know I couldn't have ever done in my whole life. In fact, last week I did aerial yoga. So I can't thank them enough, and I hope you'll try them.
I'm grateful for the time we've spent together in this video, and I want to give you a personal invitation to hear about all of your negative effects you feel you might be up against in exercise and the positive effects that you want to achieve. I want to learn about your personal situation and what it is that would make life even better and your body even better. What are those things that are just desirable for you or most ambitious for you, and what are those things you're struggling with? That's what we're here to help you with. We're here to help you make breakthroughs, remove all the roadblocks, and make sure whatever it is that you want to achieve, that our system becomes all about you. That's what we made our system for. Our system is all about you. And that's how you get 10x results, is when something is all about you and you go through all those details that we just talked about. It's not a program, it's a prescription, and it's made specifically for you. To conclude our time together in this video, I want to give you a personal invitation and offer you to share your own personal negative effects. What are you up against in terms of negative effects from exercise that you want to overcome? And Even more fun, what are the positive effects that you want to get from your body and your life by having amazing and optimal fitness? I want to hear about those things. So to make that easy for you to do and easy for us to help you start moving in that direction, I invite you to schedule a no-cost free consultation by clicking the button right here on the screen. The worst case scenario, we're going to give you a ton of valuable information to move you forward in your fitness journey. Best case scenario, and our average case scenario actually, is you're going to get in the best shape of your life.